Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Stephen. How we doing, guys? I think everybody's rolling in a little bit late today. Let's get this party started. We got about 7 minutes to the cash market open. And what are we seeing here so far is an extension of the rally that we had yesterday. We had a little bit of selling pressure early on, then kind of toward the end of the day, the market rallied. We ended up during Globex putting on a single one candle reversal or continuation trade actually on the 200 NT Rinko. So we do have two support levels this morning to work with. Support level number one is Harmony Zone number one, which is 95 by 85 and 70 by 60. Those are the two levels that the market needs to hold today in order for us to go to the next target. The next target is going to be 945. If we start to trade under 75, that's going to put a bit of a halt. It's a blue one, Steven. The wave is blue. If we end up going anywhere under that 880, 875, that's going to put a little bit of pressure and get the market to at least back and forth this morning till they figure out what they want to do. There's a couple of things that also need to be mentioned. One is Globex is at 870, so we're not too far off from that, and that's not, we're very close to it, and it's going to be a spot in price action where it's attracted to it. So at some point, I feel like we're going to hit that level this morning as part of their rotations that they do. The 200 and the 100 are out of sync, and that tells me that the market is not decisive. There are support levels that we can see here, but we definitely want to wait the first 15-20 minutes of price action today and then kind of make decisions. There's one setup that I saw early on that was worth mentioning is right here. That's the captain setup switch trade and actually paid. It got tested once, twice, now the third time, and that rotation has distribution in and around that whole number of 900. Okay, so the big structure is, you have the 200 has support levels, but these support levels are not necessarily very strong this morning. Okay, and you want to watch the 880, you want to watch the 870, which is Globex, and see how the market reacts to a dip to that price. If we dip to these prices and bounce right back up and break above 900, then the tone of the market will start to become a lot more convincing on the long side. Good morning, Sheila. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, okay. So that's, we got 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes. That's a little bit of pressure coming in here right off the bat. See that test? It's just once, twice, three, four, five, even 6 times right here in that zone. That zone should be holding up as support, and it's not. That tells me that the market is weak here, and we're gonna probably get to that 70 that we talked about fairly quickly here. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to the cash market open here. All right, they're putting out captain set up long here. So here we go. Let's see how well they're gonna handle that one. Now we should push up here a little bit. We definitely we want to be patient this morning and let the market present present us with, multiple setups and see which one is actually working. Like right here, that's a long setup. That's a captain setup long. That should push the price up against that structure right here. So they have not gotten to that 70 yet. And they're playing games right now, back and forth. Let them do that. I'm gonna just sit here, be patient, watch the market. Yeah, that's a lot of noise right here. Okay. They're coming. That's good. That's good. I mean, we definitely need to get out of that range. Okay. So far it's a very scalpy environment that we are in. I went in there with a 6 point stop. Let's see if the market can hold here, this level at 90, and then push to 80 and 70. Here we go. I'd like to see that push. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, baby. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Don't get greedy. And out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What happened here? Let's see. Where's my... Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, we got more potential in that trade, but I took that version of it. Nothing wrong with that to start us off the day. The question I have is, where did I need to add to this trade? I mean, typically, if I'm gonna trade that first half an hour, I'm gonna take my profits fairly quickly. But that bounce back up right here, that would have been the spot to kind of add and into glowbacks, which is kind of sketchy. But that's a good trade right off the bat. Shorts are continuing their pressure. If we get to 845, that would be significant in the fact that you're concluding a 200 anti-wrinkle reversal, and that will set the stage for rallies to be shortable on a swing trade basis, and then it will switch the harmony zones to resistance areas. Hey Matthews, good morning. Abe, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, we're coming up on that 45. I mean, they're trying to defend it, but we're coming up on it. One of the reasons that got me short right off the bat up here at 84 is multiple things. One of them is the trend line was intact. We had a new harmony zone and a harmony wave along with the new cloud negative. All of them lined up against this captain setup. So really, an entry here had a stop of 6 points. And actually less than 6 points, it would have got me out for less than that. And then I'm looking for multiples of that in that direction, and I'm looking to add to it. I didn't add to this one, but I'm constantly looking to add to it. As it progresses in my direction, or it can stop me out for 6 points and life is good and just move on to the next one. But ES, let's talk about ES a little bit. ES is very important. All right, we bounced right off Globex in a convincing way, and that's going to be an important one. And That shows strength. So compare that to what you're seeing in NQ. NQ is still under Globex. In ES, we bounced off Globex to the tick. So that shows us strength in ES, weakness in NQ. I'd rather be long ES and short NQ, and there's definitely a significant disconnect between both of them. So that is one obvious thing. And we are still engaged in a two harmony zones are long and support 2320 by 17 and 14. We'll reevaluate the longs if we break under Globex. Globex is 5017 and a half. DJ Mike, good morning. Good morning. You missed the action, brother. You missed the action. Up in what? Oh, yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right, they're bouncing it right back. So, okay. So the target or reversal target was 845. We bounced off of it twice right here. That's the third time with a higher low, and we're back to Globex. So they're playing this game of trading in and around Globex, and that lends itself to a very consolidated type of price action. And I definitely want to wait and see a couple of things happen. Either we break above 95 and that sets the stage for a long, or we break 845 and then rallies become shortable on a swing trade basis with targets that could go all the way down to 800 and 775. This area we're in, where we're just, you know, running up to Globex, coming back, running up to Globex and coming back, it's a weak environment. So I'd rather be short than long, but I'm gonna see this and I'm just gonna wait. Hey Adam, how are you? Good morning, buddy. Yeah. The market has given us the impression it's gonna really tank into the 45 and beyond. Here we go. That's the target. All right. So now harmony zone number one shifted to 70 by 80 as resistance number one. Resistance number two is 95 by 905. Next target is 820. Then 95, 795. Then you're looking at 6065 target. And we'll reevaluate the shorts if we break anything above 890. That's what we're dealing with right now. That's the first trade that we took. So we're up 180 off that short that we took early on from 84 to 75. And here we go again, rallying back up to Globex, and that's what I'm talking about. Whenever you're in and around that Globex area, they just keep playing that games of trying to flush it, then they come back up to retest it, and it's going to be a back and forth type of game. It's 8:47. We got plenty of time. Let's take a look at the news cycle here. All right, we got business inventory report, or business inventories at the top of the hour. Not a critical piece of news. Beyond that, really, we have FOMC Walter speaks. That's about it. Really nothing big. So it's going to be the ebbs and flows of this market that we're going to be seeing. Okay, I mean that's good to see. I mean break 47, 1, 2, 3, 4, 47, 47, 47 half. Okay. There's a captain set up short on the 40 NT Rinko. Ah, it's gonna stop me out here. All right, thank you. That's fine, that's fine. Let's just keep working. There's a good spot for a short against that level. It may still work. Yeah, look at that. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, that puts us in a holding mode. And let's see if we can get back up to 870. What time is it right now? Okay, we got 51. So we got 9 minutes to the top of the hour, and we are about to go back up to 69. Here we go. Back up to that level. Let them go, let them go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 50. Start breaking under 50. That's something. I mean, they keep hitting glowbacks and they keep hitting harmony zone number 1 as resistance anyway. Oh, here we go. Okay. I'd like to get short. I like to get short. I like to get short. Let me see if I can get a good short going. Yep. Remember, target is 820. Target is 820. And 820 is the bottom end of the Globex band, which the expectation is once we get there, that the market will kind of rotate. Well, here you go, 820. So we hit that target. We're gonna, there's a good chance that we're consolidate here, but harmony zone number 1 shifted to 45 by 55 and 70 by 80. Check your spam, Omer. It's the same link that you used from a prior session. So just look that up and get in the room. And I will also look up on my end to see what's going on. I'll send you the link here too in a second. Yeah, 3 minutes, 3 minutes. I'm looking for, yeah, rallies to short into against these levels. We'll reevaluate the shorts if we break anything above 860. And we are looking at NQ, ES. ES is backing off a little bit, still stronger than NQ. And you have still harmony zone number 1 and 2 on the long side protecting price. We'll reevaluate the longs if we break under Globex, which is 50.17.5. I mean, it's a significant difference between how NQ is moving versus how ES is moving. NQ is much weaker. We got 1 minute, 1 minute to the top of the hour. Okay. Okay. See that? I mean, we're talking about the bottom end of the Globex band right here in that 20 area. The expectation is to see a bit of a counter. And we saw that first touch countered multiple other consolidation around it. That is just a typical behavior around the bottom end of the Globex band. And sometimes actually they do this and run up all the way back up to Globex. So I need to be very, very careful here. That's an area where they could trap the shorts. So any trade that I take here, it needs to have a tight stop. You don't want to see 26. 26 will lend itself to a captain setup long on the 30 into Rinko. Sayed, good morning. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take. I am if they give it to me. That is, yeah. Good luck with that, man. I missed that short. That was a captain setup short right there. That was actually pretty quick too. And that target is, we talked about 95, right? 95, and then we have the in the 60s after that. That was a good one right there. Captain set up short. I wasn't willing to chase it. I mean, that was my entry right there at 1475. I needed to be a little bit quicker though. Here comes that 8. Yeah, see that 800? They're going to bounce it off of that for a little bit. I'm looking at rallies as a shorting opportunity. That's just the bottom line right here. It's a nice bounce. I mean, we got very close to that target and bounced right back up. Back to the bottom end of the Globex band. I'm just watching it here, 909. We've got plenty of time. I mean, resistance zone is 45 by 55. They look like they're trying to get up there. We'll reevaluate this environment if we get up to 60, 70 area. Like, okay, I mean, they can retest this, but if they start retesting low backs, that would be something. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them if they try to flush all the shorts back up. And here they come. Here they come to harmony zone number 1. If they're gonna show weakness, I'm gonna wait for them to show it, and I'm not gonna fade into them coming to this zone, just in case they're trying to. Like what I want to see here in this zone and around it is they make a high, a lower high, and they sell off, shifting the cloud negative, then rallies back up, become shortable. Right now, the market is just disconnected between the 200 and the 100, and the market is out of sync, which gives a two-sided market. So the environment shifted. I mean, we were trying that short right here. So rallies are shortable pending a setup. All right, that's a good beginning, right? That's a good beginning. I mean, that's kind of what you want to see. So a sell-off, then a rally back up, and that rally fails to make a new high, or if it does, it reverses fairly quickly, and that will set the stage for the shorts to take control back of this narrative that we're in. Yeah, it's very possible, Adam, man. I keep my head on a swivel. Keep my head on a swivel. I'm not gonna bring that. I'm not gonna put it past them that they'll do this. Meaning that they'll break it all the way back up. ES, we're talking about ES here for a second. So that punch up in Globex, just making higher lows. I mean, that's just the strength in NQ excuse me, in ES. Yeah, that's just strength. The swing trade target for ES is actually 55,036 and a quarter. So what am I looking for and what am I gonna do? I mean, these longs are showing a little bit of strength. We got the bounce. Structurally, the market is two-sided but has a short bias to it. I'd rather be short than long, but I'm waiting on the market to reset itself on the short side before I take any action. If we break anything above, that 860, 870, then that will put a pause on the short idea till further notice. And, and this zone is the neutral zone, right? Between the 870 and the 55. The odds are if they get up to that 70, they're going to fade that fairly quickly because there's a lot of distribution areas in between that 70 to the 80 zone, between actually 65 to the 80 zone. That whole area is going to have a lot of distribution, a lot of selling pressure, things like that. So if they get up there, that's going to be it will be the expectation. And typically what the market does here is they'll hit these levels and come back to 55.50, and then they get bopped back up, and the market will be in a sideways consolidation for a little while before it makes the next move or rotation. Hey Omer, I see you in the room. Yeah, it is way above Globex, and that's kind of what we've been talking about, how strong ES is, and that's giving protection to NQ. You know, like inheritedly, NQ is weaker, and the strength in ES is just what gave it a little bit of strength there. It's keeping it afloat, basically. All right. We need to get to 42. If we get to 42, we're gonna bounce back up a little bit. And if that happens, then we make a lower high, then the stage will be set for some of these shorts to start working on a higher level. 42. No 42, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4. Man. Yeah. They gotta get to that 42. Okay, here we go. Here we go. There's a potential captain set up short at 44 on the 40 NT Rinko. So we got two levels now, 44 and 42, that if we get there, things can get spicy on the short side. Here comes. All right, that's good, that's good. All right. So here it comes, and we should see 42, be honest with you, here fairly quickly. Anyway. I'm going to post an order out there and start looking for entries and look for ways to kind of manage risk. I mean, any entry here has a stop of 62.5. I mean, I'd like to refine it a little bit better. What's the 6 point? Okay. No, that's fine, that's fine. All right, let's see here. We don't want to see 8, I mean, come on now. Don't get to 60 here. Come on. Push. I think I may have gotten greedy, but we'll see. Here we come. Let's push to 36. Don't get greedy, George. Thank you. I need more. I just need more than that. I mean, it's gave me more than that before I got out. Talked myself out of it. Somebody slap me. Make you talk to yourself. Good Lord. Ah, that's criminal right there. That's criminal. Look at that mess. Stop here. That trade right there, one was $85. Could have been like a $300 trade right there, and an opportunity to add multiple contracts actually on the way down. But hey, man, I mean, the key here, I'm understanding the market, I'm reading it, I'm trading it, I'm making money. I just gotta keep smiling and keep trading, and I'll catch them. I'm catching them. I want to catch them big. I want to catch them slipping. Oh, I know, I know. I mean, that's what Omer is talking about, which is that the catalyst for this rotation is this captain set up short, right? I mean, that's the entry 45 or better. And I understood what they were trying to do here, and they're trying to shake some more people. And the minute they did that number, I'm like, hey, listen, let's just get in. Boom. Actually, I got in there even better, 47, 75, 75. So I got even before that candle closed. Then that rotation happened, which is fine. Is I just got weak. I mean, the only thing I could say is maybe I got a little bit weak in the knees here, which is after that little retracement, I had a target at 38, 37, which would have led to that move. Trading is not perfection, it's an art of improvement. So we'll take that improvement and make money and keep going. It was a great signal, Amir. It was a great signal. Okay, so let's keep working here. Let's keep working, guys. And they bounce it back up. They're just slapping people around here. I get it. So the 200 and the 100 are still out of sync, right? And we keep coming into this harmony zone number one, which is a resistance spot. And the price keeps getting faded and pressure it keeps coming in. Right now we hit that prior 40 NT Rinko captain setup, and we put on a one candle reversal, same spot. So the market here is showing repetitive behavior. I need to see a couple of things. I need to see a break below 37, right? So when I get a break below 37, then that will set the stage for the rallies back up to be a little bit weaker, and I can manage my risk a little bit better. So that's happening, and it happened. Now let's see what we can do with that. Yeah, I'd like them to rally back up a little bit so they give us an opportunity to jump in. I saw that one, Omer, too. I mean, I need a rally, bro. I can't just jump in here. Yeah, it's multiple rejects, DJ. They're loving that area big time. They're loving it. That's fine. They can go without me on that one. I'll catch them on the backside. The question is, do I understand the market? The second question, can I identify traps? Do I know who's getting trapped and why and how? I think the answers to all these questions is yes, 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 and yes. Now the last question I have, how can I just jam it in there? Key is catch one of these. Like, okay, that trade that we did good on that 147 is getting there and add and add and add and add and add and add in the direction of a winning trade. That is absolutely the key here. Is catching it. If they're gonna stop me for 6 points, let them stop me all day long for 6 points. But once I catch it, I need to add to it and add and add and add and add and just jam it in there. If I'm gonna rob somebody, I'm gonna rob somebody for a lot of money. Don't want to rob them for $80. Not that I'm robbing anybody. Getting silly here. I mean, ES is just profoundly stronger. I mean, I understand that pullback, but still, from the bigger perspective, it's just it's the rock. It's the rock that's holding this price structure together. Otherwise, this market, if ES was not holding up like this, man, I mean, NQ would be 100 points lower. Okay. See a high, a lower high, a lower high, a lower high. Market stair stepping down. ES is backing off a little bit. Okay, what am I waiting on? That's the question. I'm waiting on the 14. I'm waiting on 14 to show, oh, there's a captain setup switch trade that could be putting together at 17.5. If they hit that 17.5, that's a captain setup switch trade on the 30 NT Rinko, and it's gonna get us to the 14. And here we go. Let's see if I can get a rally back up. Man, 17.5 to 10. That's not bad. Let's see if I can get a rally back up. Yeah, now we need them to come back down to 15. Then I'll look to start the short. I mean, they can come down to 19. It's tricky. Yeah, that should have behaved a lot better on the short side, meaning that it's not too late. Here we go. Come on, baby, let's go. Here we go again, George, taking profits too early. Just they're not. It's a spot problem. I mean, it's a spot problem. And I tell you why it's a spot problem. Look where we at. Well, look where we at though. It's the bottom end of the globe expand, and that is the 20 that we talked about earlier on, that they're gonna come in here and start fading into it. And that's what they're doing. They're just spending a lot of time here accumulating stops on both sides of the market, and then they're gonna shove it to these people. But when we're coming into these levels, I just have to take my profits the way I'm taking them. And I see that 42, but I don't know if I trust it down here. I mean, I would definitely would, but I like the 30. If you look at the 30 captain, it's a captain switch that's helping. Shingo, good morning. Nobody goes broke taking profits. I keep taking them. Yeah, I know, Adam. I mean, it's the bottom end of the Globex band. It's just a behavior that they have where they spend a lot of time just building stops, and I just need to be careful here. What did I want to see at 18? I didn't want to see us hitting 16, 15 and going to 20. And the minute they did that, that was the clue that we're potentially going to break 22. And if we do that, then the odds are we're going to get a reversal candle. So the minute I saw that, I was like, all right, let me take my profit. I know I've been trying to hold on to some of these trades, but there's just, in that spot, I had to do what I had to do. I had to take it. Now you're looking at the 50 NT Renko, Omer. We got ourselves a captain setup long. right now, and it's under threat. So, in light of the information that the market is giving us, what's the smart idea here? And the smart idea is we gotta leave this zone alone. We really do. And we need to see two things happen. One, either you break above 40 or you break under 805 into the 800 and leave this zone alone, because they're going to chop the living hell out of people. And I don't want to be part of it anymore. I mean, it's clear what they're doing. And I don't need to, like, I have to make a choice. Do I want to spend a lot of my emotional capital trying to figure this one out? M, M, MPCO, yeah, good morning, buddy. Yeah, there definitely recently that's been the behavior. I mean, there's big moves. I mean, there are a lot of big moves the market is making, but you gotta get in, you gotta hold on, you gotta add to it, and you gotta withstand the bucking behavior the market has, and it's never easy. So, but we got them. We got this. We got. Yeah, that captain set up on the 50, shifting the narrative a little bit. You know, sunshine. Here we go. Yeah, let them play around, man. Let them play around a little bit. We got to reset our mindset here for. All right, so across the board, how are we doing? Okay, let's start here. Abe, talk to me, buddy. Where we at? Adam, Brad. Hey, good morning, Brad. I didn't see you coming here. DJ, how was DJ doing? The best DJ in town. DJ Mike. Hey, I could be an announcer. Greg, Matthew, Mike, Sheila. How's Sheila doing? Steven, Sayed, Umair. That's okay. You just need to catch one good one, Steven. That's all you got to do. It's coming. That's what I'm saying, Umair. We gotta leave this alone. 7+ points. That's fine. Let's keep working. Keep working. How's everybody else doing? Yes, one good one. Yeah. Is we gotta recognize an environment in which we need to be backing off, and we're recognizing this environment because that is death by 1,000 cuts, and we managed to make a small profit in that rotation. And trust me, that's just squeezing that tourniquet to squeeze a little bit of money out of them. See that one here? See that captain setup and see the failure of it. If they fail it, that would be good. That is a trap for some of the longs. And then the 20 comes in, then things can start to move. Yeah. Yeah, trying to overcommit in this zone with a lot of size and small stops is a sure way to get give money back, a lot of money back. So an important skill, Adam, is to uh, you know that will be under the category of market read. So to recognize, is the market worth putting a lot of size in or not? So that's a skill that the more you do it, the more you improve on it, and the more you know that, hey, listen, this is not where I want to be searching and looking for a big break. You're rather let the market do the talking versus you doing the looking. Because when you look in an environment that chops, you end up and you end up sizing up in it. They run it up, they run it down, and you sit there with stops that keeps getting hit back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and all you're doing is just giving them money. And the skill set that will get you out of that type of behavior is market reading. You're reading the market at a certain spot. You're expecting a certain behavior. It's happening or it's not. And if it's not happening, well, why? The why will get you to, hey, listen, I gotta back off. And if I choose to trade it, then the choice has to be with minimum contracts. So this way that does not happen. So keep improving in that area, and understand that what happened here for you, it's your market read was accompanied by oversizing that led you to experience what you experienced. That's a learned skill. It hasn't failed yet. It has not failed yet. You got to go to 45 in order for that to fail. And they have an opportunity to get to 24. We'll see. Here we go. You're chewing. Now it failed. Now it failed. Yeah, that's a good spot for you to stop, Mike. Good job, Brad. Let's keep working, Adam. Let's keep working, man. It's just trading is not, there's nothing perfect about trading. It's just it's a constant improvement. Every day in every way, you get better and better and better, and you find things that you're doing that is not producing positive results, and you say, okay, well, what can I do to improve that? Then you, and then it becomes less and less of a problem. And just improve, improve, improve. Here we go. Are you trading your PA differently than your evals? Okay. That may be how you should trade the evals too. So they're running back into that resistance zone, right? So what am what time is it? It's 9:53. What am I expecting from them here? What do I want to see, and how am I gonna react to it? Right now the market is in sync, but it's about to go out of sync again. 57.75 is a level. If we hit then the market goes back into this phase of two-sided market. When the market was one-sided and short, we were running into this kill zone that they had, and it was about a half an hour worth of a price action that would have chewed up any trader right there. You had to be extremely careful in it and recognize it. Ultimately, this is the scenario here. Whenever you are trading inside this zone, which is the Globex zone, the market will behave in a certain way. And just visually, if you see yourself in that zone, just know that the market has these type of patterns that they play and the games that they play. They play the bottom end of the Globex band. They'll do the same exact thing on the top end of the Globex band. And then they will collapse the price action right toward Globex. Then they'll spend a lot of time just chewing through people there before they expand it again. And that is just the typical behavior that you see inside that zone. So the mode of operation when we're here in that visual zone is to scalp and is to wait and is to look for the traps that they put on and how they put it on. So the beauty of having this is automatically it puts me in a mode of, hey, listen, I've seen this before. I know what they're trying to do. This is an area of traps. I have to scalp and I have to wait for a couple of things. A break under this Globex band, which means a break of that 805 that we talked about earlier on and a break of 800, or for momentum to show up, a break above 920 and 930, and that will get the market from this choppy mode into a trending mode. So your trending ideas of a trend or your trending systems that you're trying to apply to the market will work a lot better once we break these levels. Yeah, I mean, ESs really have not made a single big move. It's strong and it's holding. That's what you're getting. Strong and it's holding. Every dip they're buying it. NQ is a little bit weaker. I mean, it's a lot weaker. But the strength of ES is making the breaks more hesitant. So when the market breaks a level, they're hesitant. And they sell it off, but they pick it back up. Even if it's weaker, they're still doing that. Yeah, I see that. I see that on the 50, 51. What is that level? 52, 52, which we just got there. That's a captain setup switch trade. Um, So the pullbacks, you know, it see, that's the only thing, Omer. I mean, they're really, they did it right smack into harmony zone number one. I mean, that doesn't mean they're not gonna break it and slice right through it, but I mean, I may give this a shot here, but I need a pull back, then a run back up, and I'll take a look. As long as we don't break 32.75. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Like just imagine this scenario, right? Imagine them closing the 32.25. That would be like what? A captain setup, one after the other. I mean, that would lend itself to, typically they resolve their self lower. So any long here has a stop of 32 and a reversal short at 32. So your stop is actually an invitation to go short heavy on the other side, which makes it good. Okay, here we go. Mm, 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 mm. Look at that. I know, I know. It's the Harmony Zone SmackDown. I'm telling you, man, they break that 32. They're putting on something I haven't seen for some time. That's nasty. Woo. Here we go. I mean, that should be a short against that 55. I'll take it. And be honest with you, I'm leaving a whole lot of money on the table here. A whole lot. This thing is gonna go. I mean, I'll just take the quick profit. It's been my mode today. I mean, you wanna, yeah, yeah, this thing is gonna go, bro. And when they break that 810, it's they're gonna smack this thing. Gonna smack it. I know I'm gonna leave a lot of money on the table, but that's okay for me. That's okay. I'm just gonna. I mean, we're coming back up to that bottom end, which been problematic. So I'll take that small little profit, and then once it breaks, and it will. Come on. Somebody slap me. Somebody slap me. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We read it. We read it. We read it. And the minute I got out, I was like, I'm just giving up so much money here. It's not even funny. That's what I knew that too, and I was okay with it. I was okay with it. It just mentally, my mode today is to scalp, so I'm just gonna have to go with it and not get all worked up. I'm reading the market. I'm understanding it. I'm understanding the traps. I got them. You know, I got them. Look, take. All right, I'm gonna step away for a little bit, just take a walk and get my mind to refresh because there's a little bit of emotional baggage going on here that I need to kind of work through. So it's a good idea for me to just kind of take a step away, get some water, move my legs. It's 10 o'clock. We'll go from there. That's where we at for the day. Mr. Short, call me Mr. Short today. It's all my trades were short, nothing but short. And up 334. I think we're at equity high. Let's see here. Yeah, I think I'm equity high. Let's see. So that's the 334 that we had. And yes, we are at equity high. 9918. So my equity curve is just looking good, and we are stringing many profitable days in a row, which is always a good thing. Let's keep working. All right, guys. Let's see. All right, so the market is out of sync, right? 200 and 100 are out of sync. That's the first thing. We got to the 800, bounced a little bit, broke it into the 80s, bounced back up. We are in the middle of the range on the 200 NT Rinko, and we're going back to the middle of the range on the 100. We are just entered the neutral zone of price action, passing harmony zone number 1 with not much resistance. So the longs are getting a little bit stronger here. We are in a channel, and that's a short-term channel off that captain setup long, and that is this channel here. So we are in a two-sided market where we can look for longs and we can look for shorts, depending on how the market sets up. For the shorts, I need selling pressure that breaks the 814, rally back up if possible, and a lower high and the shift in the cloud to negative, and that will create the environment where I can start looking back at shorts on a scalping basis. If the market gets down to 94, then that would lend itself to a swing trade short that will look at bigger targets in the market. That's the short scenario that has to happen if I'm to be involved. On the long side, you really got to break 855 and bring in higher lows that shows persistence, price action, and ultimately going back to glowbacks is the key for the longs on a swing trade basis. So the longs have a lot more work to do than the shorts in this environment. In NQ. In ES, it's a different story. ES has just been strong. Let's take a second look here. Yeah, I mean, we're back to glowbacks. We're bouncing back off of it. Okay, I understand. It's still stronger than NQ. Even if it took a little bit of heat as an instrument. Yeah. Target is still 50.36. Hey, Zach T. Good morning. Here we go to harmony zone number two for the first time. Touching 45. The 55 level is also resistance. They're coming in fairly well. Good reversal pattern off the middle of the range and against a whole number 800. They get to Globex, which is 870. That on a swing trade basis, that sets the market for a run up at 900. Definitely the shorts are taking a big pause. But it's not over for them. I mean, they hold on to harmony zone number two and they bring it down below 820, then they're back in play. That's what has to happen to get the shorts back in the game. Definitely NQ is ES is helping NQ whenever it with the strength that you're seeing in ES is just definitely putting a little bit of stability for NQ. The sellers are hesitant, like we've talked about. Yeah, they're grinding it up. Yeah, they're starting to chew through harmony zone number two. Yeah, we're seeing them show. Okay, so you see this. That's the lower high and a switch trade. The market should be going to 32, and ultimately a short structure would be them doing this and breaking below that 20, and then things will start building up on the short side in a way that I can take advantage of. So, and that's a conservative approach here. I mean, like literally, even that signal right here, you could take that short into the 32, but I'm gonna elect to see more out of this market before I jump in. Well, here you go. See that 32? It's classic stuff that they do all the time. They can't lie to me. I see you. I see you and I know what you're doing. I tell you, one of the best feelings in trading is when you read the market accurately. I mean, that is just one of the best feelings I have personally whenever I'm here in front of you guys, and even when I am on my own just trading. Just the idea that I'm in sync with what I'm seeing. That means I'm in harmony with the market. That's the whole purpose of the harmony trading system. Be in harmony with price, which means I have to listen to the market and put less of me in it and just listen to what they're doing and read through it. It's a listening skill more than an analytical skill. Sometimes all I gotta do is just sit there and just watch and listen. Good job, Steven. Good job. See you later. I mean, that's kind of the structure that you're wanting to. We want to see on the short side. Be honest with you. I mean, that's basically what we want to see happen. Yeah, I mean, you break the 20 and you gotta go. You break the 20 and you're gonna see a little bit of a push to the 18, 12 after that. Here it goes. Come on, man. Yeah, I know, I know. Yeah, I know, I know, I know. Yep. But that structure should push. Should push. Should push. Yeah, tricky is ES is tricky. I mean, it's strong and it's sitting there. That's right. And here comes that behavior. Just rotated multiple times up there, which tells you, you know, like when you see momentum short, you don't get those frequent retests. It just goes. And whenever you see that pop in price, like even I'm not just talking about a pop in the close of the candle, it's the pop inside an individual candle. You, and you see it just like pump up and come back down, pump up and come back down. They do it 2, 3 times. then they sell it and they reverse it, and that all tells you something. That tells you that the market, you know, it's not the momentum short market, because the behavior that we should have seen here is okay, yeah, 20 into that 15, they keep pumping it up, and then that target needs to be hit at 813. And what we got instead is that is this run up again. So it's important for me to read between the lines in any market and look at the individual behavior structurally, like when you're looking at the big picture. Then when you know, looking at the 200 and the 100, that's the big picture. Then you zoom in and you start looking at the, you know, shorter term, you know, 50, 40, 70 candles, and then the 20. Then you dig in deeper and you start looking inside the candle and ask yourself a questions. What would the market look like if it's a momentum short? How does it look like when it's a momentum long? How does it look like when there's a lot of consolidation and congestion? And you will find when the market is in a consolidation congestion, they do that type of behavior intra-candle of, you know, making a small drop and pop back up, pop back up, pop back, and then sell off, then pump back up. That is a deeper read in this market. I mean, if I'm gonna try to keep my stops to 6 points, I have to be very precise. In order for me to be very precise, I have to be clearly understanding my environment. And not only the environment, but intra-candle behavior, and then where my signals need to generate and when they will pick up momentum versus not. Because ultimately, my objective is to continue to, you know, manage my risk at a tight range, and once I catch something, add. Add to the winners. Now, big idea. This is a big idea right here, and the market is in the process of doing it. 18. You break 18. That's a captain setup short on the 70 NT wrinkle. And it coincides with the prior behavior that we had on the 50, where the market made a captain setup long, then short, and sold off. So we're coming and revisiting levels where the market struggled significantly. We ran back up here to harmony zone number 2, made a lower high, and now we're coming down. And if we break that 17 and the 20, then I'm expecting a bigger move that will take us to 800, and potentially we break the structure and the low of the day. So it starts with this price. That whole idea starts with this price, 17. Then we have to look at the rest of the story and make sure the story still it's adding up. All right, I didn't realize it's 11:04 already. I guess we're having a good time here. But that's it for me for the day. And we're gonna shut down, have lunch. We'll keep it at this, and if I end up coming and trading the market later on, we'll let you guys know. Sheila, I cannot look any stocks right now. Uh, I opened up a workspace that is only futures, and in order for me to populate any data for a stock, I had to start that workspace in the morning, so it accumulate data. I'll do that tomorrow. Sorry, I can give you any information on NVIDIA today. Because it's weird how that works, because my data feed is through Thinkorswim. I have an account with Thinkorswim, and when I pipe it into NinjaTrader, I have to, like, I would have had to have that chart open when I opened my NinjaTrader. Otherwise, it wouldn't show any data. It's just the way that worked. So if you give me a little bit of time, tomorrow I'll get that up, hopefully. So, back before I leave, guys, 17, watch 17. 17 comes, then any short in and around that signal is going to have a 45 stop, which is harmony zone number 2, breaking that. And then you got target number 1, target number 2 at 97. You got target number 3 at 781. Then things can start moving. Okay? And I'm out of here. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow. Good job, everybody. Winning is a habit. Read the market accurately. Size up properly. Keep your composure. And we will do it again tomorrow.